This will be a slightly shorter video. My previous channel has some quite exhaustive Y-DNA maps, but I'm just going to show you this one. Here you can see all of the major migrations of the Y-DNA haplogroups. So you can see that A begins in Y-DNA A00 begins in West Africa. Then A is formed in East Africa. The A migration is labeled a bit wrongly here because once A stretched throughout East and Southern Africa, and it moved to Southern Africa probably from the east, not directly from that Y-DNA atom area. Then B is the pygmy, the African archaic associated DNA group, so that stayed in Central Africa. Then you have a group called CF, which moved into the Middle East, and C is not labeled here because it's no longer extant, but C was found in Europe, and CF went to Asia, and there it split off into other groups. DE also went to Asia, and DE came back into Africa in the form of E, and D migrated, you can see, to the Tibet area and further on east to the Jomon and the Ainu populations. So you can see IJ dominated West Asia, so J in the Middle East and I in Europe. I split off into I1 in the north and I2 on the continent. And then later you had R1A coming into Europe, R1B coming into Europe from Central Asia, where they formed. You've got other migrations here. P splits into R and Q. R is Indo-European, Q is Amerindian, so Q then crosses over the ice to the American continent, as well as C, which is a minor paternity there. Q is the main one throughout. C also crossed into Australia, and you've got K there as well, which is an earlier predecessor of the P group. It's related to the P group. O is the main East Asian paternity, China and various other Asian groups. H, Dravidian. So H was Elamo-Dravidian, but the Elamites were since overtaken by the Iranians, who are the other people in those areas. What else have we got? LT. These are major groups, and then there are some minor groups. L, T. T is in East Africa. L is in Indus River Basin. G is Caucasian, so G splits off from the same root as H. So from the Elamo-Dravidians, the Caucasians went north and the Dravidians went east. And I think that is all. Oh, there's also a Gypsy paternity labeled here, which is also Dravidian. It's a much later migration. It's a migration from Hindustan by the outcasts. I think that's everything. So I hope that was useful. If you go back to my previous channel, you'll find some much more in-depth videos about each of the Y-DNA groups. Thank you.